Has life become one giant personal distraction? Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you come across this by accident or by chance or by whim, decided to click, thank you. Stick around, this is Spiritual World. What's real, what's not? We're going to talk about it. Today, has life become one giant distraction? One distraction after the next just coming at us, keeping ourselves from ourselves, keeping ourselves locked into the system. I mean, from waking in the morning till we go to bed, we're bombarded with distractions. We turn on the news, and just all it is a distraction system. It's there to give you all the ins and outs of what to talk about for the day. And today, the system, is giving us so much distraction. Our news here in America, every other day there's a plane crash on the news. Drones, that ushered in the new year. Everyone's saying they're seeing drones in the sky doing odd things. Fires, border security, wars. These fires we've had in California, yeah, the fires are real. They really did happen. But it is delivered to us as a distraction. It's the delivery and the performance they give to us. It's almost they dictate how we're going to feel and think about the whole situation. But these fires, as strange as they are, burning through the city, well, some parts of the city, but right there up to the beach. Who would have ever thought? Fire right there on the beach, water, house. Didn't think it would happen, but it did. But the delivery is distraction. Border security. America, its border with Mexico, has always been a problem. There's always something to talk about with our border. And they can put up a wall. They have the National Guard. They have Border Patrol. And yet, immigration still finds ways to come through. Drugs are never leaving our country. But the delivery of this whole situation is distraction. And not only is it distraction, sadly, wars included, but not only is all of this distraction, it's entertainment. This system has us in a globe of entertainment where we take these distractions and it becomes entertainment to us. They deliver it and we give it life and carry it on. And it becomes entertainment. And I know that sounds, no, it's not entertainment. People are being hurt and sad things have happened. But the way we talk about it, the way we watch it, we're being entertained. And we take that news, we deliver it to our friends, family, coworkers. We're creating our own Truman Show. We deliver this as entertainment because we entertain ourselves with our conversations. So this system has us in a very distracted, entertaining performance. And a lot of these calamities, these wars, they'll be in the news and then out. And as soon as they're out, somehow we follow that we tend to stop talking about it immediately if it's out of the news. And then we move on to the next distraction that they give us. And we begin talking about that. We keep up the cycle so well. And it's crazy to think of it. It's in and then out. And these wars, they'll give it to us in snippets. Maybe this month they're talking about it, and then for 2 months they're not. Then another month they're talking about it again. They just keep us kind of going in this loop, really tied in, always keeping us on our toes. What this has become is our world has become the Roman Colosseum. This world we live in has become nothing but self-entertainment, distraction. We are perpetually entertained in this world. Not just by the disasters in the news, but our programming that they give to us on the television and on the movies and on our social media. We are so entertained constantly, and we accept it so well, and we regurgitate it and give it out. We're so disconnected from our own personal selves and our higher source, but we don't really notice it. A lot of people, anxiety, depression, they have these symptoms and are unaware what might be causing these symptoms. Sure, you'll hear statistics tell you turn off the phone at certain hours, don't look at the blue screen, but the truth goes so much deeper, because the distractions of today, the news of today, the media of today, the way we hold our conversations with others and the topics of those conversations are not the same as they were in 1905, 1920, 1940. These are different topics and conversations, and the way we hold them is different. And it's a way that we are disconnecting from ourselves and our higher source. You know, our relationships with our relationships with our jobs as well are one giant distraction. I mean, all of this is keeping ourselves from ourselves. I mean, and just think, who invented the idea of an 8-hour workday? Well, it was Henry Ford, I think, that did that, from the Ford Motor Company. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying, why is 8 hours the right amount to make full-time work a livable wage? I mean, do you enjoy going out there and working 8 hours a day? Or would you prefer to work 6 or 4 hours a day and have that be enough money to pay your bills and live? Do you see what I'm saying? Convincing us that the 8 hours is the right amount to work to earn your living, to survive, and we accept it. They've convinced us that that's right. You know, and if you want to work and actually make some real money, some good money, you're convinced to work 10 or 12 hours a day. Some people work 14 hours just to make a living, because everyone's convinced to chase that almighty dollar, to chase that dollar, because they want the bigger house. Why are we convinced that we need such huge structures to live in? Why are we convinced that we need certain cars to be considered wealthy for ourselves? I mean, we have a problem with accepting things the way they are. But we're so distracted and we are so entertained, and we love to continue that entertainment ourselves by giving it out back out to the world. We are so not focused on our true self and the true way to live, the true way to be. Just go, go, go. Look at the news, be distracted, be entertained, be shocked, be thrilled, be scared. We're just all living the listing off of Netflix. Are you watching horror, comedy, drama, or thriller? Maybe we should add some sci-fi and add some drones in the sky and talk about the orbs and drones, and we'll sci-fi this a little bit today. Think about it. We live in this form of entertainment. We've become the entertainment of our lives, our own lives. We're our own personal Truman Show. It's all helped by the system. You know, it's all chock full of stress. And all we do in life, the majority of us, if we're not stressed, it's because we're working on not being stressed. Can you imagine? It's not probably because you're just not stressed. It's probably the work you put into not being stressed. Meditating, breath work, talking to a therapist, counseling, all this to then walk through life and say, I feel pretty good, I'm okay. You're only okay because you had to do all these other things. Very few of us actually walk through here without ever having problems. You know, it's very rare to be that way, to just get in this world and just be. Because once you're here, you are put into the entertainment. We are entertainment to ourselves and each other. And you don't get to get out of that. The homeless guy on the side of the street yelling at the tree, he's entertaining you. You walk away shocked and awed, and you talk about it and share that with others, and you might even chuckle, or you might feel terrible for the person, but either way, it's somehow some form of entertainment, because your eyes looking at this world is like looking at a screen. And people are looking at you, and you're the character in a movie. In a sense. Not legitimately, but in a sense. Imagine. We really don't know how people see us, but we know how we see others. We accept these unhealthy ideas that this life is giving us and the way it's controlling us and distracting us and keeping us from ourselves. We accept it. And it's all unhealthy. A lot of what we do, we allow ourselves to be distracted with. It's consciously, it could be subconsciously. You know, we keep things in this life. You know, we like to keep it status quo. We don't protest enough. We don't complain and actually do something about it. We're very, very docile. I mean, maybe there will be a point when we do protest and actually create some real change, but that would take breaking a few eggs to make an omelet. But I don't think we're at that point, and I don't think we would ever really get to that point. Because even if there were things that we did want to protest about to make change, go to our legislation to make change, to write our politicians to make change, there's a problem with that. Because the way we do it is so docile that it tends to keep everything moving in the same boat. Because this life, when you're doing all of this, is like a labyrinth. It's like a maze. We go through this world, but every time, every corner we turn, like the labyrinth, like in the Labyrinth movie, a little entity comes out or something and moves a wall, changes it, turns the arrows around, and we just wind up going in circles, forever trapped in this system, the way the system is set up. So no, I don't think that we can fully break away from the system, or we're fully prepared to do that. This system, I think, through its distraction and entertainment, is keeping us going with the status quo. We may feel that there's been some changes, but the changes aren't really to change the world and how things are to benefit us. They navigate us in a way that makes the changes how they want it to be for them, the system itself, to where it needs to be. So what do I mean by all of this? How do we break free from this distraction? And if we can't break free from it, what do we do? Well, the best thing, the things that we're doing is spiritual growth, understanding who we are and where we think we are going will help us navigate these situations here in this world. Learning that it is a distraction and we are allowing us to be distracted. We're allowing ourselves to be distracted by playing roles within it. As soon as we learn to stop doing that, to turn off the news, it's okay, there's a fire, these things happen, people do get injured, and people do pass, but life does move on. Life does continue. We need to give our condolences when needed, but then put ourselves back on track. Because this world will give you all of it as entertainment to keep you locked in. So distancing yourself from the way this world gives you information. Study your spiritual growth. Do your meditation. Do your breath work. Start looking at the world as a system. You see it's a system. You see it's trying to distract you. You see it's manipulating you. You can see that. Then you get to play the game on another level. You can't break out of the labyrinth maze. But once you see it all as entertainment, you can start playing the choose your own adventure your way. The best moves that you can make to make the best things happen for yourself. Because if you're feeling trapped in this, start limiting the social media. Start to break yourself away from the news channels. Start lessening the amount that you speak of some of these tragedies. And start focusing inward on how to be healthier mentally, connecting with your spiritual source, whatever that may be. Buddhism, Christianity, whatever it is, you start practicing and connecting with those again. Death should be the truest, most powerful motivator for us to make honest change in this world and for ourselves. Death is the motivator. And the more we hide from it and act like it doesn't exist, that can be a problem. We need to break away from those shackles of the system, and having that real motivation. Death is real, so time is of the essence. So go out and make your life your life. Thanks for listening.